Hi, I'm Esther Ma. I actually have my own public relations company. I've been running my own PR company for more than 12 years now. I have two kids. They're both girls. The older one is Keisha. Keisha is now 3.5 years old, and the younger one is called Tika, and Tika just turned 2. And the first time I came across this Baby Plus prenatal education system, it was when I visited a pregnancy clothing boutique. That was when I was just 18 weeks pregnant with Keisha, my first child. And I asked the salesperson, I said, what is Baby Plus? Can you tell me more about it? And she said, well, this is just imported from the States. It's a very new, innovative prenatal education system. And research has shown that all the mommies who have used Baby Plus, their babies are always born very alert, very clever, very smart, very observant. They hardly cry, they always smile, and they're easy to feed, and they sleep very well. I said, wow, that sounds perfect, that sounds wonderful. Might as well give it a shot, give it a try. So I bought the machine and I started using it the following day. I was very religious in using it. I listened to the Baby Plus, I put it on my tummy every morning from 7 to 8. And then every evening from 10 to 11. I was very disciplined in the timing because, I was afraid that if I sway from the timing or I do something different, it might affect the results. So I used it until the day before my child was born. And surprisingly, Keisha was born really, really very alert. Her eyes were wide open. And she was like, she recognized my voice. When I called her, Kiki, Kiki, I love you. And she really looked into my eyes, and she was always like responding, hello, mommy. And she always held my fingers very tight, as if she was trying to say something and gesturing to me. And Keisha was always very observant, very smart, very alert. She's very active, and she learns things very quickly. Even now, all the teachers always say, well, Keisha is such a quick learner, and she really is very mature. And she observes things very well. I remember that when she was 2 years and 4 months, she could read out the sentence, I like the cat. And I was really surprised, really impressed. What impressed me most was when she was 7 weeks old, she didn't need to wake up in the middle of the night to feed. And that was really, really surprising, and that was a blessing, of course. So, Keisha was born such a good baby. I didn't dare not to use the Baby Plus machine for my second child. So when I was pregnant with Tika, I also started using Baby Plus at 18 weeks of pregnancy. And again, Tika was born. She didn't have her eyes open, but she was very, very audible. Whenever she hears something, she would always turn her head and try to look for the sound. And she always smiled. Hardly cried, and almost like Keisha. Keisha was 6 weeks when she didn't have to wake up in the middle of the night. For Tika, it was 7 weeks. So again, it was a very, very good blessing. And Tika, I remember she started singing at 4 months old. She would just hum the tune like that. And that was a joy. I think that Baby Plus was really, really beneficial to both my girls.